Hello everyone, Lord.agion here with another Grey Goo Replay. Spawn on the bottom right side, we have DallasBuyersClub. Spawn on the top left side, we have raideagle. Raid. Yeah, I think it's raid. See here, there's a bit of harassment. You got a single trident just poking with this mother goo, just doing as much production damage or economic damage as you can. Small protein comes in for the flank, slows down the trident. Mother Goose comes up for the buffet or the snack. It's probably a snack, not a buffet. We do have 3 tridents in the center. We do have only 1 small protein. With proper micro, he could take up these tridents, while he should turn that to drovers or striders. And he did turn the drovers. But with the large amount of health pool the tridents have, they can deal with, 2 tridents can easily deal with the 4 drovers. Splitting up these tridents, but he's going to lose this. He wasn't paying attention to this one. And these drovers should be able to clean up this trident, and they did. Continuous production of tridents for actually no, he just stopped there. He does have 3 refineries up, so he has quite a bit of eco going on. Is getting another second war factory after this conduit wire comes down. 3rd war factory also. These 2 drovers coming in for the scout. As you can see, they're not trying to engage, they're trying to just see what there is. He does see there's 3 war factory. He should suggest that he will sustain some aggression once these war factories are complete. Looks like he has these other goose on patrol. This mother goo is actually going a bit more aggressive. Looks like he's going to eye this catalyst node. This mother goo also does have quite a bit of catalyst stocked up, so we'll have quite a bit of resources. A couple more drovers. Interesting. Instant these trident revolvers started coming closer, oh, I know what he's doing. He's just trying to wait in the bush and try to get an ambush. Oh, when they come in the bush, they go and fight themselves inside Mother Goo, basically. More Mother Goos coming out. He has currently 5. Interesting enough, there's a Mother Goo here. He could, for escape route, he could just go up this mesa and come down to the other side. Will he get... Nope, he's decided not to turn... Oh, he is going to turn to Mother Goo at the last possible moment. Currently, there's 6 Mother Goos. He could make another 2 to make a even number of 8. But he should know there should be aggression coming out. He saw these 3 war factories. He knows there's going to be some aggression soon. We are stealth tech. Interesting. Is he going for some daggers? Interesting. Interesting choice for him to go daggers. Guess he wants something different than tridents, I guess? Or revolvers. Gonna have to wait and see what he does. This Mother Goose is trying to be harassing. He is sustaining his economy, so it will eventually get... Oh, it doesn't look... I'm not exactly sure if this segment is complete, so it may not get another 2 there, but we'll see what he does. And he's going straight... He is going to catch 1 dagger. This sustains quite a bit of damage. This Mother Goose is harassing. Does make it into a small protein. Small protein is trying go forward and try to slow down the units to let the Mother Goo eat them up, but he does pull back away. Interesting form of harassment, and sort of is a bit trapped. He is getting a couple destructors. The destructors upgrade is about less than a minute away from being complete. These early destructors are unusual. Most people just go for a bunch of striders in the beginning. Early destructors like this is pretty uncommon. This extractor, I can try and click on the extractor, is pretty low on health. Got two small proteins here. Two small proteins trying to slow down. He does get one of the Gladys, but when the destructors do go down, the other destructor is down. If they're retreating units, this Mother Goo needs to get away. It's severely low in health. Just manages to get away with just 100 health left. And 3 Gladys for 2 destructor. It favored more the human player in that engagement. The losses overall. And oh, if he picks up these, it will definitely be in his favor. It's debatable whether who was in the actual favor, but if he gets even one, this other destructor, yeah, that's significant losses for the Goo player. This bounce upgrade is now complete. I don't think he actually saw the bounce just yet. Seeing a lot of production coming out. Do we see more refineries? There is another refinery down here. Of course, there's another, well, I should say extractor. And the harvester did blow up, dealing some damage to the Mother Goo, but damage is minimum for a healing unit. Daggers are not a good way to go versus Destructor. Gladys is a better option. Revolvers also for a supplement. With the bounce upgrade, their damage is significantly increased. 1 glass versus 1 destructor is currently losses. Does get a second destructor. So far, the human player has sustained quite a bit of cost effectiveness. DallasBuyersClub is now on 8 Mother Goos. Replay has slowed him down for a bit. Currently the human player is contained. He needs to break out of this contain. He does have a superior force. Ooh, a Bastion. Yeah, he does have superior force. 1 Bastion and 5 Destructors probably will be overwhelmed by this force. Bounce upgrade is very potent though, and the Bastion to withstand the fire, leaving the Destructors continue applying their DPS is a very lethal combo. Of course, bush advantage also helps, but the daggers does spot the bush, and now here comes the Bastion. This is absorbing quite a bit of damage, but it's being focused on by all the units, and now this is when there's still some daggers left. He could focus on the daggers to maintain the bush advantage, but as he approached the bush, now he has to retreat out. Overall, that Bastion was shredded to bits. He just didn't have enough in DPS along with his force. There is Howitzer out. He does have a stealth, a tank, artillery, stealth, artillery and stealth. Interesting combo. There's an air and a tank attachment. But overall, he needs to break this contain. He has gone out and reached this extractor here, and there is a clear path of refining. He could even snag this one, and I hope the pathing would not be this direction. I assume the Purger is on the way. It's actually, in fact, not. he can't really afford a Forager with this heavy armor-based Goo play. He did snipe one of the Mother Goos, which is very nice. And currently that was actually a pretty big blow, losing a Mother Goo and even a large protein there. Quite a bit of force. But with the superior economy of Dallas Buyers Club, he will probably win the game shortly. The problem is, in my opinion, is the fact that they're fighting on a 2v2 map. There's a lot of catalyst nodes for a Goo player, and it's their abilities for mobility keeps a player contained in these narrow passageways. And you can see he's just even using a large protein for a harassment force. They do have a weapon penetration of 10, so they are very good for just killing buildings. And in fact, his large protein's going all the way. Mother Goo's being hit. You see a attacking force here, and he just does not have enough destructors. Of course, he can't really afford a proto-purger at this point. Mother Goo will be safe on top of the high ground, except he still needs a force. The Crescent Artillery can do some damage, but they need a bit of a force buffer in between them, because he could just go straight out for these artillery now. Artillery gets another nice hit on the group. And with him not focusing down the artillery, he's actually now really going against him, and plus he didn't even get the Mother Goo, and it's now harvesting all the resources refined by the Crescent Artillery. There's a monitor out here for stealth detection, but overall daggers were not the way to go. You see he's using a heavy armored force now, and dagger production has stopped. Occasionally he gets a couple just for the bush vision. With the sensor mines, he can spot the Mother Goo going across. And we do see a large protein trying to make a beeline for the units, but has pretty slow maneuverability. Movement, not maneuverability. Revolvers do have 3 weapon penetration, so they cannot pierce all the armor of a large protein. In fact, with their attacks being spread across 3, dealing 5 damage each, they only do 6 damage versus large proteins. Losing this Mother Goo without any chance for retaliation is a bit unusual. Oh, I just realized these large proteins are doing quite a bit of damage. Making the destructors in the base means they only have half health, which is a bit of a problem for him. And plus the auto-targeting causes him not to get this Gladys. But overall, Dallas Buyers Club is just being run around. Though he does have quite a bit of harvesting going on. He perhaps should supplement his heavy armored force with some drovers. Drovers? Maybe not. Maybe with some, at least drovers or some striders. I'm not really sure would be the best in this case. He does have quite a bit of revolvers and tridents. These 2 refineries are not being have any extractors along with, and he's running out of resources here, so this looks like going to be near the end of the replay. With little resources here left and 2 of them not refining, he's having trouble to actually getting any economy going. And here comes my cursor, bit acting weird. Very weird. It's turning the bars. And this is the end of replay. This is Lord Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.